friends, thanks for checking in. It seems that Ferguson, Missouri is once again bracing for possible violence, looting, fires, rioting, and things like that, all over the grand jury indictment or lack of an officer who shot an unarmed teenager. Whether you agree with it or not, whatever your thought is, that's not the point of this video. The point is that gun sales has skyrocketed in Ferguson and surrounding areas, bracing for that event. And what they're also doing is prepping. They're getting their food, their gas, all the supplies they need. They're boarding up their homes and businesses, and they're getting firearms and ammunition. And so why do you suppose they're doing all this? Because they have the foresight to see that something bad could happen. They actually have an advantage, believe it or not, because they can see down the line that something bad could happen when they've already experienced it. And it reminds me of a time in 2003. I was driving through Dearborn, and I had no idea that the grid had gone down in all the northeast United States, and so there was just no power at all. The gas stations were shut down, and ATM machines, you were just, in a blink of a second, you were gone. No warning or anything. And Dearborn's a very multicultural area, a lot of Arabics. People were running all over the place. I'm driving around, groups gathering, and I'm thinking, what the heck's going on? I thought it was Revolution Day in Saudi Arabia or something, but in fact, the grid went down, people were panicking. They had no plan, no idea how to react. Running home, maybe getting their kids at school. It happened midday. And the question is, what is your plan? Are you one of the people who laughed and joked and called people paranoid and said, what are you worried about? Nothing's going to happen. You're overreacting. The people in Ferguson are getting guns. Why? Because they know that there's a need to protect themselves. And many have time to get trained. At any given time, you could be unprepared if you don't have any forethought. Last winter there was a major snowstorm in the forecast, and people were running to every grocery outlet, getting food, getting gas, getting supplies, because they knew they may have been shut in their homes for about 3 or 4 days. And that was how they handled it. They waited to the very last second, and they're running around getting all this stuff. And I have to believe that many of these same people call people like you and me paranoid and asked us, what are you worried about? You're overreacting. And here they are running around. And so, I think it's good that the people in Ferguson, I hope nothing happens, but if something does, the people who prepare and have a plan. Because, if you don't believe in all this stuff, the question I have for you is, what is your plan? Okay? If you put yourself right in the heart of Ferguson, Missouri, and you know something's going to happen, and it does, what is your plan? Are you the type that don't think anything ever is going to happen? It could happen in your community in a blink of an eye. Something could happen, and just like that, there are riots. Or just like that, there's a mass fire. Or a natural disaster. Or something to cut off the communication between you and your family, and you go into survival mode. If you're not ready for that, you're in trouble. And then you think back of all the times you laughed and joked at somebody else when you in fact did not prepare. So, you know what? I applaud the people in Ferguson. Good job for getting firearms. Get yourself trained. Many people are getting, they already have firearms, but they're getting ones with higher magazine capacities. So for all you states that think that magazine capacity is not important, you probably never experienced anything like they have a month or two ago. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.